everybody, and welcome back to the Parts Unknown, known as the Clem and Claw Show. Today's the 28th of November. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, a long Thanksgiving for most people in the government. 4 days for most of y'all. For us regular people, 1 day. Had a good time with family. Had a good time going over my friend's place, eating some food. So good time watching my Cowboys win. So that was great. But that's
Same
it.
thing,
That's all I
yeah.
got to say about
Yeah,
the weather.
Thanksgiving is always good for that. Watching the Lions lose, the Cowboys. Some years they win, some years they lose on Thanksgiving. Now I grew up old school, so Thursday night was the Egg Bowl, Mississippi State. But I know the NFL
Yep.
have added their game,
Yep.
then that game over the year, not the
Yep.
same.
That game was actually a good game. It also controversial too. This game, the one you're talking about, was definitely controversial. I'll leave it
Hmm.
like that. If you're an Ole Miss fan, you are not happy. They called a fumble on that reverse pass thing. I know Ole Miss fans are livid. Let's leave it at that. Luckily for them, they didn't lose their head coach because he was supposed to go to Auburn today, but that did not happen. It looked like Auburn's got a head coach in Hugh Freeze, the guy from University of Liberty, is their new head coach.
All right.
And speaking of new coaches, it looks like the Cincinnati Bearcats have lost their head coach. Luke Fickle has gone to the University of Wisconsin. And
How
there's
they
like two
did?
more. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
And there's two more stories. Matt Rule, who got fired from the Carolina Panthers, has landed in Nebraska. He's now the Nebraska head coach, which is interesting. And there are
Yeah,
reports that our boy Deion Sanders has been offered a job at the University of Colorado. Now it's up to him if he wants it or not.
I would
That's all I
not
got
take.
when it comes to this stuff. I would not take that job if I was him either.
Oh,
I would not take that job. You living a good life in Jackson State? Stay there. Stay there. Continue to
at
build
least
your
for
legacy.
another year.
Agree. Okay, there's not much in the way of. Actually, I take it back. There's actually worse on catfighting news. Some coming up on December the 9th. Mexican catfights is back again, and this time Valentina Sachs goes up against a lady named Verify on December the 9th. That fight taking place in Mexico City. Rules
Valentina
and
gets who?
regulations yes. So rules and regulations to come soon, soon land. Also,
You
I think
said
there was another
Valentina.
happened earlier. Valentina, yes, Miss Valentina
Valentina Sax
Sachs
versus
is
who?
back in action. Verify. I think she spelled her name Viri. Uh, I think it's it. I think I misspelled her name. I think it's Virifyah. I think is how she spelled her name. She's on Twitter somewhere. You might have to look it up, but she's on there. They're supposed to have a fight coming up soon. Uh, there was another fight that happened with Amber, our friend Amber, a friend of of Mexican Cat Fight. She fought against somebody last week. A lady named I forgot her name, but that one was a featured cat fight. So other than that, that's it. That's it for cat fight news. Oh yeah. By the way, for people who didn't see that fight between uh Sunny Ray and Shakira, I think Tilly was having some problems trying to get it downloaded on Twitter. If you read
Uh,
her tweets, she had some problems because the file was so large that she had to downsize it to fit in Twitter, and she's having some problems trying to download the file on Clip herself too. She wrote that an hour ago
yeah,
on her page an
yeah.
hour ago. So if I am you, Tilly, and I have love for you, I will use Gumroad. If Clips for Sales is giving you problems, and Clips for Sales is like giving everybody problems, at least for the producers, I would recommend you put it on Gumroad, and maybe
Right,
the Cat Five fans will help you on that and buy it. Or the ones who weren't at the live stream. Let's put it that way.
right. You know how I feel about Gumroad, so yeah.
You okay with Gumroad?
Oh yeah.
At first? Cool.
So I'm a Gumroad guy. So
We all know how you feel about Clips for Sale. You already know how I feel about Clips for Sale. I'm not down with them. Sorry, guys. Sorry, C4S. Just telling as it is. So with that being said, that's it. I'm done. I don't want to say anymore. That's it.
Mm. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if I can make this a little bit louder. Um, yeah. So I'm trying to make this a little bit louder. I can hear you, but it would be nice to be a little bit louder. But I'm
Actually, I
just
turned
not
my
gonna.
volume down for you. I turned my volume down because at the beginning I had it at full blast, but I
Oh
turned it
no no
back
no no
down.
no 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 no! It's on my end of
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm doing here. It's on my end, so I'm definitely not going to risk that.
Yep.
But one of the things is now I don't know how true it is because is so new that I basically have to do more research. But
Hmm.
let's see. But there was a thing of I don't know if you heard about Fiona Ryder coming back. I don't know if you
Oh
heard
yes.
about
Go ahead. I'll let you break. I'll let you break it because yes, she has
it.
returned. She has
Yeah,
returned to
so
Twitter. I'll let you break it.
so she had put out some stuff trying to make it come out. We had one of the fans of the show DM me this morning and asked to see if we can get her on the show. So I reached out to her social media channel, so haven't heard anything back yet. But if so, we welcome her to come on, you know, the show
Yep.
and talk about the stuff that she's doing and and what she's been doing while she was gone, and then one and coming back. So
Yep. So yes, people, she is back. She is, after about a few years ago, sorry, a few years back, in her, her personal life and all that stuff. As everybody's kind of see, she's kind of showed it on Twitter already. I ain't got to say too much about it. All I'm going to say, people, is donate, 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 because we don't usually bring personal stuff into it, but she kind of brought this to light. We didn't even bring it to light. She did because her child has been in a hospital for about months. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to go too deep into it, so I'll leave it at that. So,
hmm
so like I said, if she comes back and do a cat fight, so be it. If she don't, it don't matter. It would be kind of cool just to have her on the show, see what she's been up to for a while.
okay, yeah. Let's see. I also wanted to see about um, somebody else that was supposed to be doing the fight. The Sweet Fights was gonna do something, New Year's or before the end of the year.
Yes, originally Sweet Fives his plan was he actually had a post on Twitter saying he was in Las Vegas actually, as it turned out. Over the Thanksgiving weekend was in Las Vegas trying to do a cat fight, I guess, in Las Vegas. I asked him what was going on, if he had any luck. No. He had no luck, no luck in Vegas, the city that don't sleep, another city that don't sleep, the second city that don't sleep. So that was his thing. He was trying to attempt to put out like some kind of thing where he can try to get Las Vegas girls to come. He had no luck there, so
I know he made an open call on social media, so
he did.
it'd be interesting to see how many people will take him up on that, on the open call.
His open call ended yesterday, I think.
Oh, it did. Okay.
It was only a 2 day thing. It was Saturday and Sunday passed. So
Okay.
I haven't heard anything. By the way, I guess if he wants to come on via avatar, as in not show your face, like our friend Caddy fights there if you want it.
Hmm.
Right? We could
I
probably do it
remember,
like Caddy fights. Do it out. Do it
and
without people. I'm not gonna.
I'll guess and say that she's ready. So I'm
Let's
trying
go.
to. I send her the channel information so she can log on.
Let's
So
give
while we're
her.
waiting
Let's give
for,
her about 10 minutes because it
yeah,
depends if she's on Safari or the other one.
right.
Who knows?
Especially you ain't never did it before. We ain't get to do a sound check, so it's like, let's try to make
So
sure
we're pretty
we
much
can get her
winging
there.
people. We're pretty much, yeah.
Cool. So so I while we wait, we want to make sure we want to let everybody know for the shows on the 14th and no, the 12th and the 26th.
The 12th and the
12th and the
26th.
26th. We want you guys to DM us, contact us, let us know what was your favorite fights of the year for 2022. Um, and then we're going to, at the end, on the 26th, redo our grade eight because we know there's been talk of the grade eight. Um, we haven't done
I
that in
got
a
a
while,
question. On
but
the grade A, are we doing current? Are we doing current people? Not are we doing current
yeah,
fighters that have actually
that's the
done
thing. It's
fights
current.
this
It's
year?
current.
Okay,
It's
I'm
current.
just
So
checking
there'll be
because
some
there's
people
quite a
that
few.
come off the
Yeah,
list, like with lyric retiring.
yeah,
She'll
she definitely.
definitely come off
Yeah,
the list.
I know I love
She
Sarah
will
Brooke,
come
but
off
she
the
has to
list.
come
She'll
off the
go
list.
into
She
the
haven't done
legacy.
anything in a while. Laura Cross, I
Right.
love
There's
you, but
some
you got to
people.
come off the list too.
I
There's so much
personally,
activity. Go ahead.
I would say maybe somewhere in January we may need to look into doing. I would like to do a lyric appreciation round. Myself,
Yes,
I
sir.
think we should have a night where we just appreciate lyric. I know when we had her on, you know, I think she was towards the end of the career. So,
She was.
but I think now that we kind of like fully, and once you know, now how do you feel like you can give to the game? Or you have some people that just want to go away once they're done. You know,
True. Go.
they go
Bye.
away, and then you have others. Um,
Do you want to bring her back on the show, or you just want to have a night where we just talk about all her cat fights and her contributions to the game, to the
I mean, I
industry?
just want to be more of a career retrospective. I really want to be something where the fans can give their flowers and
I agree.
stuff
I
like
agree
that.
with you.
Because for a lot of times, we don't ever have any. You know how in wrestling they have retirement matches or what have you, where
Right.
Ric Flair or somebody you just know that this is it, or
Yep.
they'll have a thing that after they do the last match where back in the day Vince McMahon or somebody
Yep.
will have a thing where they'll bring out your family and
Right.
everything else,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you can sit here and talk about all the stuff that's happened. So, um, yeah, so I would like to see something close to that level for Lyric because I think she deserved it. I mean, if you really look at what we've done and with Lyric, it's almost like you almost can't tell the history of the show without talking
Mm.
about Lyric. She's one of the few that's been kind of an integral part from when we
Yep.
started day one until now.
Right.
And
I agree.
almost what a little over a year, almost eight. Well, yeah, a little over a year because we started during what 2020 in the
2020.
pandemic.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yep.
you really can't you really can't talk about the history of it
Yeah.
without
She's just as integral as Tilly is on the show too. She's another one, and Reagan too. Like you said, we've
yeah,
had these three ladies. We've had them at least once on the show, at least in all
right,
three cases twice, at least.
right,
Right, that I can remember. And then we were also blessed to have Sexy Wife too, yet another one, and her husband. So that was great.
yeah. But I guess she would come off the list too because she's retired
Yeah,
as well. So,
we have
uh,
we have quite a few people who
oh,
are coming off the list.
while we also waiting, let me make sure she saw it. I'm trying to make sure she's um trying to make sure because I don't think she saw it. But but another thing that we got back, I ran across I think she's going by the name of Shandy Savage now,
Correct.
aka Roxy Hart, aka Shandy B, aka
Whatever.
you know, aka whatever else she was before that. But
Yeah, go ahead.
she's interested in coming back, but it would not be probably it would be more probably fantasy scripted. She's not because of
Yeah.
medical conditions. She's not going to
Yep.
be able to do competitive. So
Yep.
competitive is out the window. This will be somewhere I would say May and somewhere after that. Um,
Correct.
yeah. So she has some
Okay.
life stuff
Yeah.
happen. she got engaged. She
Yep, he's engaged.
proposed to her partner, and so he accepted. So they're going to get
Yeah,
married.
and according to
I think
her,
they get
yeah, go ahead.
married in May,
Yeah, and
March or
according to
May.
her, she and her partner. According to her, they have a new house, and according to her, she also says that she's getting mats. She now bought some mats for her house.
Yeah.
That's what I
So
was
so
told
like I
today.
said, it's going to be more um like I said,
Scripted,
fantasy
yes.
days scripted because like I said, competitive is just not going to
It's not
medical
gonna
is
fly.
just not going to allow.
Medical issues.
Which that's something maybe a show later in the year we can look
Mhm.
at and explore
I agree with
um,
you. I feel that's a
about
show
that
that we need to talk about medical things. We need to talk about that
because
one. It's a big deal these
because
days.
because at some point I think as an industry we have to look at trying to balance what's in our head versus what
Mm,
actually will happen.
mm.
And what I mean by that is I don't know if you want to say the level of violence in the world, the level of like case in point, like I would say if you like for example, most of us when the industry standard for usually any kind of videotape catfight or whatever that we do in the industry
Mm,
is usually 20 minutes. I
mm,
think part of the problem is going to be going forward is if you look at anything that you've seen that was quote unquote real, whether it was something you see on YouTube, World Star, or whatever, if you notice, it's never more than 5 minutes.
yeah,
Ever.
exactly.
Ever. You'd be doing good if you get 3 minutes. 3 minutes is a good scrap. It's
Mm,
never really more than 5 minutes. Because it's like I think part of the problem is if you do it in its fullness and its fury, it's
mm,
not going to be a long match. So you sit here
mm-hmm.
thinking, okay, I'm going to get a 20-minute bout. And then your match is going to be over like real quick. Like,
Yep.
yeah. So,
You
yeah.
make a good point. Maybe we might need to push the time
It's
back instead
like
of 20 minutes.
maybe,
Well, yeah. Instead of 20 minutes, maybe it should be like 15 or 10. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I mean,
I'm thinking about minute wise. I'm thinking about more of, you know,
but
I,
then,
I'm not talking about the length. I'm more thinking of, like you said, we're thinking more of the safety and more of the, like you said, injuries
but
and
then
mentals.
therein lies this problem. If you put it at 10 or 15, the money worth. You know what I'm saying? At the end of
True.
the day, it's got to make sense because
Yeah.
these girls are taking time out of their schedule and everything
True.
to show up and do these things.
True.
So they want to get paid relative regardless of what, the
Yeah.
length is. So it's going
Hmm.
to be the thing of for the fan the industry. You, I can see it. Me personally, I can see it being the day where catfights just die out. Not because that there's not enough people that want to do it. It's just that the return on investment and versus how much work. I can see where it may be just one or two people doing it, and everybody else is either just out or they just go do something else.
I agree.
Or because I'll put it this way, I think it would be easier to find women to do. I mean, it's tough to just have them do anything, but I think it would be easier to do more if we're going to stay in the competitive realm, like grappling with locks or holes and things of that nature. I know
Yep.
you got some of our college, they're not gonna want to hear that. They want
True.
all the attacks and all the other stuff. It's
They
just
do.
that I'm just
It's just
trying to be from the standpoint of I want 20 minutes of good action. How can I get 20
yep.
minutes of good action and not have it to where it just self sabotage? I mean, you don't have
Yep.
injuries and stuff that can happen. It's just which goes back to the sporting element of it. So you can have injuries and stuff that happen, but
Yep.
yeah. So I'm
Yep. Like you said,
trying to
this is a sporting
see.
thing that like when you come and when you come to sports, like you said, in every sport there's injuries, man. It's just part of how it is. It's just how it is, right? Every sport you're gonna have injuries. Sometimes you're gonna have non-contact injuries, and sometimes you're gonna have contact injuries. It's just part of it. I agree with you that we're gonna get to the point where it's gonna be right. Like you said, the industry is already saturated with wrestling already as such. But you're exactly right. It looks like it's gonna be more and more, like you said,
Okay.
because these girls, as you said. it gets to the point where your body starts wearing down and your body starts getting tired and all that stuff. You don't want to
Mhm.
do, stuff as you said.
All right, Clem, enough of the jibber jabber. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to introduce to you and present to others our special guest, Miss
Hi.
Perry.
Hello,
Yeah,
how are you?
Hi,
Good
yes,
y'all.
applause,
evening.
So
applause, applause.
my hair still isn't done, but I mean, I was like, let me get on here. It's looking like this, I guess. Yeah. So how's everyone doing?
We're okay. How are you?
Yes, because I
Good.
know I'm having a little bit difficulty hearing her, but I'm trying so I can turn it up a
You're
little
having
bit.
difficulty
I
hearing
hear
me?
you, sort of.
Can you hear her, Clem? I know I'm struggling a little bit, but
I can
it
hear
may
her.
be
I
just
can
me.
definitely hear
I
her.
can hear
Okay,
y'all a lot.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Well, welcome to the show.
how do you
I'll
say
let
it?
Clem
Yeah,
start.
yeah, welcome to the show. How would you say your name? Is it Pashans or Patience, or how would you say it? Your name? Because I'm not trying to mess it up.
Patience.
Okay, Patience. So, okay,
Patience. Like be
Patience. For all of our
patient.
fans, for all of our fans who are watching, yes, for all of us who are sorry, for all of us who are watching or soon to be watching, tell us about yourself and how you get into the modeling industry. Let's just start with the main questions.
So the modeling industry or the wrestling industry?
Let's start
Both.
with the modeling industry first, and then I'll get to the wrestling. Let's start with modeling
Okay.
first.
Okay. I started modeling in like 2018 for real. You know, like I used to go crazy with the camera on my own when I was like 15. 2018, that's when I actually like started modeling for people, clothing, pictures done, having a um, portfolio done, and then Georgia has branched me out to a lot more bigger opportunities. I ran into when I lived in Tennessee. I moved to Georgia like in 2020, and that got me ministry. And so far it's been going really good. You know, I was in a magazine, my first magazine last year. I ran into that video because I do music videos. A lot of my network can be music videos. I don't know what's going on now. Yeah, so that's how I got into the model industry. Already, like just already being at home practicing and like getting photographers' eyes on Instagram, and yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so now that you got in the model industry, I know you were working for different kind of models. So how'd you get to this models down south thing? How'd that come about?
Uh, Kyla, I ran across Kyla. I, Kyla ran across me. Kyla ran across my Instagram in 20, I think, and then she was telling me about Model House down south, how she does how she get into it, and she tried to get me. What's crazy is I was supposed to, but I was still scared. Like I was still scared. I didn't know whether it was real or fake. Oh no, I am not going to this. I'm gonna get kidnapped and everything. But I had to obey me one more chance, and then I showed up in Memphis, Tennessee, because I'm from Tennessee, and everything was great. Like she showed me something new, and that's the cat fiber since. I thought I kind of thought it was gonna be easy work though. Like it's challenging. You really gotta prepare for it and work out and everything because it's
She stole my thunder because I was about to ask how did she got in the catfight industry, but she already said it. So that answers one of my questions.
yeah. I got into it by yeah.
Okay, so you had your
So
first.
how long have
What was the question now?
Oh, you broke up
watching
there.
cat fights?
Oh, I'm just a catfight fan in general. It's been a while. You want to ask how I got into this? So as a fan, I've been with like a WWE, WWF back then wrestling thing, and it kind of went out of there, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So and
Nice.
then of
And
course we yeah, go ahead.
And for me, I've been a fan in the industry or whatever of some sort since '99. So yeah, so I've seen it come and go and stuff like that. And I have
Oh,
sisters, so I'm the only boy in my family. So my grandmother was a fighter, my mom was a fighter. So I grew up knowing that women knew how to fight and defend themselves. So I got out in the real world and I
I
realized
hear
that's
you.
not the
I
case. So I
I
was
hear
like,
I hear you because I got my mom and I got two older sisters too, so I know exactly what you're
yeah.
feeling.
So I mean, for
Because I'm the
them, it
same.
was like, how do these ladies walking there and not know how to fight? So it just, um, so it's been part of my quest, to help those that didn't have what I had, or what Clem had,
Yeah.
Mm.
help them on to come up. So, yep, here we are. And we just happen to find each other in the rooms, like in some of the live shoots and live recordings. And
Yep.
we talked about doing the show. And here, what has been almost 2 years
Here it
now?
is.
A little
Almost
over
2 years.
2 years.
Yep.
Yeah, a little over 2 years we've been doing the show now.
Yep.
And so,
Yeah.
yeah, so
That is
we're
cool.
fans first, but like I got
We're
into the
fans first.
producing side of it, yeah, and that nature. So a lot of times I bring insight. He brings insight from being a fan. I bring insight from being a producer, the one that have to put the stuff together, scheduling flights, trying to get the talent in and out of town, paying the talent,
Right.
trying to get the stuff distributed, put it online and sell it, and then it could be a lot. A
Yeah, I've
lot of
Mm.
people think
I've
that,
learned
oh,
all the
this is
ways of
easy.
being
I
a
can put
producer,
that
man.
together.
Y'all jobs are the hardest jobs on the planet, man. I feel for y'all producers. That's why I try to tell most of my fans. Y'all don't understand how hard these ladies, men and ladies, have to put in a lot of work, tons and
A
tons of work,
lot
the
of,
whole week, not just days, weeks. So, and the
a lot of
fighters, and all the fighters that I talk to is the same way. People don't understand how hard it is actually to do this stuff. It takes a lot of courage just to come out and just do it because y'all
Oh,
not
for
built
real.
to do combat.
No, seriously. Because like I scared at first, like I late my first week, I did not show up. Like I was like, no, this that's the only reason why I didn't show up. I wasn't scared or anything. I was just like, this isn't real. Like that was my first time having to do something like that. So I was like, no, no.
So when she brought up catfighting to you, what was your first thoughts? You thought this is not real, or did you just dismiss it completely, or were you the
I was
opposite? Like, oh, this is good. This is
I was
different.
like cat fight. Long as I was like, long as it ain't no punching.
Did you hear Clem? I know she came and broken up a little bit
Yeah,
on my end.
yeah, it's kind of broken up, but I did hear her say something about no flinching, all that stuff. So
I
basically,
said, can y'all hear me now?
That's a lot
yes,
better.
I can hear you now.
Like as long as it's not any punching, I'm with it.
So basically, when she explained the rules to you in her kind of catfights, were you good with it at that time? Because she has to explain it kind of different. Because
Yeah.
us fans, a lot of fans are different in their rules.
Question: are you on the
But
phone or tablet by chance?
I'm on my phone, but it's on me. Get it down. It's on my record.
Okay. Cause
okay,
Can
what I, cause what I was gonna see if you can turn it like this way, like or horizontal, and see, yeah, and just let it. Let's see
I'm
that.
upside.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It didn't. Oh, so your phone is not one of them kind of. Lord, okay, it
uh,
doesn't auto do it. Okay, all right. Well, we
okay.
tried. We tried.
Hold on.
There we go.
So
Much better.
yeah, yeah. So after your first fight, I'm not gonna tell people what happened. Just go get the video for Reagan. I think I forgot who was her first opponent because I forgot already. Oh, Karma. That's what it was.
Karma.
So Karma. So Karma was your first opponent. I wonder what the thoughts were running through your head as the fight was about to happen. So what were the thoughts running through your head? Were you trying to get yourself calmed down, settled before showtime?
Yeah, we were definitely getting settled before showtime. I I was kind of thinking that she was gonna beat me because she was way more. She was gonna be able to sit on me and just have me shut up, but she couldn't do that because I'm shrimp. She was like, Karma was like, "Girl, patience, you are shrimp." That's what I was like. Yeah, I can keep doing this. This is for me. I want that. Hey, this was running through my mind. Uh,
I know that you won your first. I know that you won your first fight. So, but what did you learn that could help you in this against your current opponent, which is Peyton?
that I learned that make the first move, most definitely. Make the first move and do not wait because I kept waiting. And I learned that body strength is a really big part of it. So I have in the gym preparing for this.
Glad to see that you're in the gym because you're fighting a person who's very experienced when it comes to this
I
circle industry
know.
compared to your first opponent.
I can tell. I haven't seen her on social media anywhere. Why not?
I think she's kind of private. She's one of those people that will just show up and handle business on the time. She doesn't spend much time on
Oh,
social
she
media,
talking about Peyton?
but that's expected. A lot of people spend time on social media. Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
so we reached out to Peyton. Like I said, I was unable to get a hold of her. I know the last time that she participated in a match that she came on the show and everything, and then some medical issues came up and she she didn't fight. So yeah, so I don't know. This time around, she was like, "Look, I'm just gonna fight and then come on the show afterwards." So that's what I said. Just be ready. So that's really she's been waiting. She's been waiting. Oh, she's been waiting, waiting. So the last conversation I did have with her, she was what she's
wild
been
thing.
waiting. So jumping at the bit. So trying to get back in the saddle for this. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let me see. I want to show the flyer for those who have not seen the flyer. Where's the
Seen
flyer?
it.
So let me go and do this. You can see
Okay, I'm
the
gonna go ahead and
lovely
read this thing.
patients. Yeah, you can see the lovely Patience versus Peyton. Uh, December 11th, start at 7. Everything here on the screen. Sponsorship start at $50. Tips always welcome. Contact Model House Shootout at gmail.com or colinjante.bookinginfo at gmail.com. And just in case you haven't figured out, that's Patience on the right and then Peyton is on the left. So, like I said, we're looking forward to an interesting match between these two
I
ladies.
agree.
And Clem, back to you.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely gonna be an interesting match. Gonna be an interesting match. Interesting to know her too. Interesting. I'm kind of glad that she said she got in the gym because that's gonna be important because conditioning is gonna be very important because I'm not sure if you're gonna fight in a garage or you're gonna fight anywhere else, in a room or something, but you're gonna have to be moving around the mats to keep up with Peyton.
Yes.
So
Uh,
that's gonna be key for you. The aggression part, I agree with you. You might be more aggressive, but at the same time, you're gonna have to be calm
definitely.
because she's one of those people that likes to, she likes to. I'm, I'm not trying to say, but she's like one of those people that likes to be calm in a fight and then she take her chances. So
Uh,
something you're
Cl-
gonna have to watch out for.
yeah, because one thing I would be interested to see is kind of like something I've always said is like the biggest jump that you go is from your first fight to your second fight and how much you learn from it.
Mm,
And so I'm interested to see after it, how do you realize, like, the leap from one to the next?
mm,
Because everybody have different styles or whatever.
yep.
What do you say is your best attribute or your best quality that you bring into a fight?
Take your time.
Mm,
No pressure.
my. So, what are you saying? The best thing that I think I
I can't hear. Could you repeat?
Yes, basically
are
what
you
he's saying
asking?
is what's your best. He's basically asking you what is your best qualities that you bring to the mat or bring to the mat
Um,
in a fight.
moves, headlocks, and body slam. Headlocks for sure.
Okay, you said headlocks, body slams. What else? Because
Okay.
you kind of breaking in and out.
Slams for sure. Oh, and ah, woo! I will
Okay.
fire your face up. I don't care. Like I don't care. Like once I get in the ring, we not friends. I don't this
Oh,
whole this
That
whole
I like that.
this whole trip. Once I get in the ring, we not friends. Right?
So I take it that face slaps are good with you. Then I'm just asking.
Face likes are great with me, Sap. So you kind of need
The reason
she kind
yeah,
of need to be prepared.
the reason I'm bringing this up because there's a lot of girls who are models that are not into. As we all know, the face here is the money maker of all this. So that's why I'm asking, are you good with this? Because a lot of them are not going to do it.
Oh no, I'm good with that move. Like once I get in the ring, I'm not being nice. It's something I'm trying to get, something I'm trying to accomplish. So I might have to hurt you anyways.
So should we say that you are you're an aggressive aggressive fighter on the
I'm
mat?
definitely I'm aggressive. You seen the last fight? I was pretty much doing a lot of stuff that I make any girl.
the one thing I will say about your last match that we saw that I really appreciated, you can tell like the mental aspect of the game, like you were starting to pick it up like on the fly, and
Agree.
I think that's something
Agree.
that's very important in a match, being able to adjust, pick stuff up on the fly, like taking your coaching or
Agree.
whatever that was given and was able to. Oh, okay. Do, 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 do. Because some people can't do that. Like there'd be so much going on, mat awareness, all this other stuff, and then you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
fight somebody and trying to figure out what you're doing at the same
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yes,
But I
most
thought you did a good job of that.
most definitely that is so true. Because I kept on having to think, okay, wait, a move. Let me try this move. And, I had to keep reminding myself what moves to do. Like it took me to remember, but at some point I finally remembered. Like it finally clicked in my head. But it's like you said, it started moving around and actually doing it. Then everything will start coming to my mind.
Yeah. I was wondering, is that your training partner that's over there? I guess that would be to your right. Out there, I saw the head poking out. I was like, wait a minute, that's somebody in the background. But I take it that's your, I guess the wig stand or
Yes.
whatever. I was like, oh, training partner.
No. That's that is my plan with.
uh,
But I definitely do have a trainer. So I'm definitely preparing for this fight. I kind of figured that I was about that might end up
So
on, but
so
I'm
yeah.
ready.
So how important is it for you when you're on the mats to use the mats? Because there's some people that like to do mats and they like to use the mats halfway. Some people like to be on the edges, and then there's some other people that like to use all the mats
It's
in all general.
kind of
So
important. Well, it's kind of important to me to use the match because I don't want it to get damaged. Like like on the concrete, I don't want that to happen. Like so, I kind of use it pretty much. I pretty much try to.
um,
yes,
yeah,
But once we're off a little bit, but I'm gonna make sure we get back on the mat. It's like I don't want anyone to hit me or the other component it hitting their head so hard and having to.
yeah,
now
safety is
I know.
becoming a big deal for sure. Clear. All
Now
right, go ahead. I'm
Clem, we have our some of my from the chat world and the DM world. We have some of the questions they asked so the first one, of course, our boy Newt Swag will ask about breast attacks and crotch attacks, mainly crotch attacks. That's his big thing. You know, are you good with it and just the fact, well, because it's one of those things that's light chopped. It's on the
yeah,
menu. but
just
still having to
are
do it. So just your comfort level with it. I know with Peyton, we know is hers because you stated that. On the, and matter of fact, even with the fight that she did have with Reagan, that was like the
yeah.
one thing that she did well. That kind of kept her in the game.
I'm definitely going on bases.
Did you hear it, Clem? It's like she woke up again.
Couldn't hear you. You
How
broke up. What was it?
come you're not here?
I couldn't hear.
I said,
You're kind of breaking up.
I'm definitely going to be sitting, like ass smashing. I'm
Oh,
definitely
okay,
going to be doing ass smashing.
Okay,
gotcha. Did
gotcha.
you hear
Like I
that?
said,
That
you,
clause? I think I heard her say that. I think she said she's gonna do
yeah,
ass smashing. Her words.
yeah. Yeah, is that
So are you good with attack attacks also? Now that
yeah.
we brought that
Is
up,
there any kind of like post? There's any
are
kind
you
of
okay
post
with
match
nipple
penalties or
press and
anything?
nipple attacks? Because I know there's another person that
Oh,
that
I'm
Nipple
sorry.
wants
press,
a press attack.
pinching, pinch. Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
fellas, you
Is there
asked the
any kind of
questions. She answered it. So there's that.
yeah? Another question we got is there any kind of post match penalties in this match or anything like that? Like winner gets to face it the loser of a muscle pose or something or winner flex or
No,
something.
no, that I no, 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 that I one where we're going to end it like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see what else I'm getting. Trying to make sure.
You know,
Um.
I'm sure it could be a request if so many could be a request done. But so far, no.
I'm sure someone's going to request that clause. I'm pretty sure someone's going to request that. I'm saying that
I
now.
mean,
One of
I'm
these
like
fans is
this.
going
If
to
they
do it. I already
sponsor it,
know.
I'm like this. They
I already
sponsor it,
know.
add money in the pot. You know, be like a winner's bonus kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
see that.
I was going to,
Hmm.
Go ahead.
and Clem, this would be a good time. I think right now to take a break, and then we can bring it back for the second part for the side part.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So we're going to
You
do
want
a
to
small commercial break, but before I do that, I do want to put up the socials. The only one I found off top was Twitter, so you know the
yeah.
contact, the lovely
So, so
patience. It
the
will be
lovely
one
patience.
pay Elise on Twitter.
Hmm.
Yes. And then for those of us that want to follow myself, I am at Carlos Webb on Twitter and IG. And for
And myself,
Clem,
and
yeah,
myself, Clem
make
Okufo
sure that this is correct.
underscore AK and IG. Yes, that's correct. And Clem on Twitter. Yes, correct, sir.
Okay.
With that being said,
Oh,
we're about to end part. Well, actually, we're
and
going to
go
end the
to the
show. Period. So with that,
yeah, and then go to the
yeah,
sidebar,
I, let's
the
let's wrap
sidebar
it up.
part.
With that being said, welcome to the. Sorry, thank you, fan, from the parts unknown. The next show is going to be December 14th. Yes,
12th,
second and fourth Mondays, 9:30 p.m.
12th,
Eastern,
December 12th.
8:30 Central. Oh,
Clem is
December 12th.
December
I'm sorry,
12th.
December 12th.
Is the day after their fight. It's
Okay,
December 12th.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I said it. December 12th.
This month was the
December 12th.
14th and
Anyways,
28th. Yes.
yeah, I got you. December 12th. Y'all know what time. Y'all know what time to show up. 9:30
Yes.
p.m. Eastern time, 8 Central, 8:30 Central, etc.
Yes.
For myself, Clement Kufo, Klaus Webb, and Miss Patience, we are out, everyone. Until next time. Good
We
night.
staying on for the sidebar after the commercial break. All right,
Thank
commercial
you for
break.
having me.
All right, stay on with us. We're gonna run the
Stay on.
commercial
We're not
break,
done
and we'll
yet.
be right back.